I'm looking to make an adjustment in Disney. We're currently in a call butterfly centered at $190 strike. But let's recap at first how this trade evolved into a balanced call butterfly that we're currently holding. This is where this trade started. This was July 12th on a Monday. We were putting on a 180-190 call vertical spread for a debit of $4.15. We're looking for price to break out of this downtrend, if you will, that started sometime in March, lasted all through the beginning of July. We put on a call vertical risking $4.15 to potentially make about $5.85. Now we can fast forward to the next adjustment, which took place on the Friday 13th in August. So this is 32 days later. Disney had a nice push to the upside to around 186. We went ahead. We had converted a 180-190 call vertical spread by selling a 190-200 call credit spread, making this a 180-190-200 call butterfly. This adjustment was done for about $2.35 credit, which went ahead and reduced our risk down to about $180 per one butterfly. Forward, now we are here 43 days later. We're still in a 180-190-200 call butterfly. Price of Disney since has come down to about 175. Now we're back to about 180. We have 24 days left in this trade. I'm looking to make an adjustment, looking to keep my structure very similar to what we have on right now, meaning I would like to maintain as much positive delta as I can afford with given structure. But my goal is to remove some or as much risk as possible while maintaining my net long delta in this trade. One potential adjustment I am considering would be to sell to close the 180 and sell to close the 200 calls in the September 17th expiration with 24 days. This would leave me with two short 190s. We don't want to hold short calls naked, so I would have to replace the long calls that I'm selling to close by buying to open, something with more time until expiration. If I look to buy to open the 190 in October 1st expiration with 38 days, this will put me in a call calendar centered at 190 strike. Now this adjustment currently goes for about 5, maybe 70 cent credit. I'm selling options in the September 17th expiration, and I'm buying 2 calls in the October 1st expiration. A net credit for this adjustment is about 65 cents. What this will do is this is going to take my risk down from 180 down to 115. We can look at the risk profile. We maintain net long delta, so we go from plus 22 to plus 13 delta. So we do lose some of the positive delta, and that's the negative, right? That's what we're giving up. We're giving up some of that positive delta, but in exchange for that, we're also reducing our risk by about $65, which is equivalent to about 35%. 65 out of 180 is about 35%. So we get to reduce our risk by 35%. In exchange for that, we lose about or close to half of our net delta exposure, which is totally fine because, you know, if our outlook is still bullish in the near term and the stock pushes towards 190, we're still going to make a decent profit here. However, if the stock should drop, instead of losing 180 over the next 24 days, we only stand to lose about maybe $120. So that's the benefit of this adjustment, reducing risk, maintaining very similar exposure as we did before with much less risk. And I'm looking to give this trade maybe another 2 weeks. You can look at what this trade will look like 2 weeks from now. So this dark gray area is the expected move based on current implied volatility. So if we do see a move towards the upper end of the expected move range, we could probably make about a 30 to 40% return on risk. So to recap, my idea here is to sell to close the 180, sell to close the 200 calls in the September 17th expiration, and I'm going to buy to open 2 of the 190s. It is important to make sure that the number of short calls is equivalent to the number of long calls. That will make it a call calendar spread centered at 190, with front month having 24 days until expiration and the back month having 38 days to expiration.